Over $10 billion worth of Bitcoin options are set to expire tomorrow, which could introduce massive volatility to the market, and these 5 altcoins are set for huge growth in 2024. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody Buffington. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when I drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, altcoinbuzz.io, and as always, this is not financial advice, and we wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Altcoin Buzz Alpha wants to congratulate you all on a very profitable month of November. Bitcoin rallied past $35,000, is now hovering around 44. On November 4th, we published an Alpha report and mentioned the Bitcoin targets. As we had a target in mind, we planned our November strategy meticulously, and we all achieved our targets. We had overall 61% profit in Bitcoin, 2x profit on 6 of our portfolio coins, 3x profit on our gem calls, 3 to 5x profits on 4 IDOs, and $1,800 profit on buy and sell calls. Join Altcoin Buzz Alpha for only $15 a month and get an 8% discount on yearly subscriptions. Check out the description for more details. The Bitcoin market is preparing for a $10.1 billion options expiry, a significant event set to occur tomorrow at 8 a.m. EST. The latest data indicates that call options or buys hold a clear advantage, but bears could significantly limit their losses by pushing Bitcoin's price towards $42,000. Both sides have incentives to influence Bitcoin's spot price, but as the deadline approaches, one can gauge the outcome based on the expiry price. The options market leader, Deribit, boasts an impressive $7.7 billion in open interest, but the surprise comes from the runner-up, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, or CME, with $1.38 billion. The CME's open interest is more than double that of OKX, which is in third place with $630 million. Here are the 4 most likely scenarios based on the current price action. Between 39,000 and 40,000, 3,000 calls versus 17,700 puts, the net result favors the put or sell instruments by $575 million. Between 40,000 and 42,000, 13,800 calls versus 11,600 puts, the net result favors the call instruments by $90 million. Between 42,000 and 44,000, 24,200 calls versus 7,200 puts, the net result favors the call instruments by $730 million. And between 44,000 and 45,000, 27,900 calls versus 1,800 puts, the net result favors the call instruments by $1.15 billion. For the bears to level the playing field before the monthly expiry, they must achieve a modest 3% price decrease down to 41,900. In contrast, the bulls require a pump above 44,000 to secure a $1.15 billion advantage on December 29th. Still, the potential windfall for call option holders could become a catalyst for further price gains ahead of the ETF decision in January. Also, make sure to check out Randy's CA video on our Altcoin Buzz trading channel to see how he plans to trade Bitcoin. The first coin that will see explosive growth in 2024 is Chainlink. Altcoins are once again taking up the lead as we approach 2024, and Chainlink continues to make strong moves. In the last 24 hours, the Chainlink price has gained 17%, shooting all the way up to $17.50. The trading volumes have shot up by nearly 100%, moving all the way to $1.1 billion. The recent price thrust in Chainlink comes on the backdrop of strong whale activity. Over the past week, Chainlink whales were scooping up large supplies, while the link price consolidated above $14 levels. In the span of a single week, whales associated with Chainlink have acquired around 7 million Link tokens, amounting to a staggering $105 million. Chainlink co-founder Sergey Nazarov believes that a spot Bitcoin ETF will create a path for institutions to buy Bitcoin en masse and eventually leading to more blockchain products and services.
I think based on the size of the folks looking to make these ETFs and their user base, I think it could be quite significant for our industry as a whole. I think it'll show very clearly that TradFi is a very big player in the blockchain space and in the DeFi space. My view has always been that TradFi and the traditional capital markets are actually the biggest net buyer, the biggest net customer of things like Bitcoin. That will begin to take shape more and more through things like the Bitcoin ETF. I think, though, it'll go very far beyond that because fundamentally, this technology is about creating better transactions, more transparent transactions, less risky transactions, more high-quality relationships between counterparties, which is fundamentally what the entire banking, capital markets, and asset management sectors are really about. And so I think the Bitcoin ETF is an efficient initial step where the bigger players in the capital markets allow folks to access cryptocurrencies. But I think they will then go on to make more and more advanced financial products of their own, and eventually even define their own decentralized finance protocols that interact with the decentralized finance protocols on public chains. And this is where our infrastructure comes in to create that connectivity and interaction, both among Web3 protocols, among capital markets protocols, and very importantly, between Web3 and capital markets.
The second coin today is ETH. After being drastically outperformed by Solana for the past 3 months, the price of Ether suddenly spiked 9% in the last 24 hours, leading to some bullish sentiment returning to Ethereum. Jordy Alexander, the chief investment officer at Selene Capital, wrote on X that the revenge of ETH is starting. He added that everything has lined up, it will now run for weeks. Alts ran, Saylor fired his clip, ETH ETF up next. The risk reward on Ether is so compelling here that I see liquidity black hole now forming in January. The conflict between community members from the Solana and Ethereum ecosystems reached a fever pitch over the last few weeks. While Ether has gained 102% year to date, its price performance has been dwarfed by that of Solana, which has posted a whopping 951% gain since the beginning of the year. This outsized price performance, along with a tidal wave of relative on-chain activity, led many to assert that the network's lower fees and faster settlement times made it the superior blockchain when compared to Ethereum. On the other hand, Ethereum backers claim that the network's architecture was more suited to larger entities conducting business on-chain and pointed to Layer 2 scaling solutions like Optimism and Arbitrum as examples of cheaper fees on Ethereum. And Ethereum developers are heating up their testing process for the upcoming Dencun upgrade, a major milestone expected next year that would add capacity for data storage via a new process known as Proto-Dank sharding. In a bi-weekly call on Thursday, the developers discussed that they're targeting January 17th for the Gorilla testnet to run through Dencun. The much-anticipated upgrade will enable Proto-Dank sharding, which reduces fees for Layer 2 rollups and scales the blockchain. Dencun was originally targeted for the last quarter of 2023, but the developers pushed it back to 2024, citing the engineering complexities of the upgrade. Dencun would be the first major upgrade since Chapella earlier this year, which enabled staked Ether withdrawals from the blockchain. The third coin, which will explode in 2024, is Optimism. The native governance token for Optimism, a leading scaling solution for Ethereum, reached an all-time high on Wednesday morning. OP has increased roughly 30% in the past 24 hours and more than 330% in the past year to trade at $4.12. According to data from Artemis, Optimism has witnessed a surge in daily transactions, hitting a new monthly high. According to Artemis, daily transaction counts on Optimism totaled 512,770, having grown by 42% in the last 30 days. This upswing is attributed to a significant increase in user activity on the chain over the past week. Due to its growth in user activity in the last month, Optimism's DeFi vertical has also witnessed a rally in its total value locked. At $838 million, the network's TVL has increased by 7% in just the last 30 days. With the surge in demand for Layer 2 solutions this year, Optimism has registered a 65% year-to-date rally in TVL, according to data from DeFi Llama. The fourth coin today is Maker. Maker is the governance token of the Maker DAO and the Maker Protocol, respectively a decentralized organization and software platform, both based on the Ethereum blockchain that allows users to issue and manage the DAI stablecoin. And the Maker ecosystem is one of the earliest projects on the decentralized finance scene. A freshly created wallet withdrew 3,150 Maker tokens from Binance on Wednesday, and as per the current market price, the tokens cost approximately $4.6 million. Based on the 7-day time frame, the chart shows that Maker balances on centralized exchanges has decreased by 2,130 tokens. The negative net flow indicates that the supply of tokens is decreasing on centralized exchanges, and eventually there will be less selling pressure. And the last coin today that will see explosive growth in 2024 is Cardano. The Cardano blockchain has witnessed explosive growth in its smart contract deployment this year, outpacing initial figures by over 200%. Plutus V1 scripts, the first generation smart contracts on Cardano, grew by 33.3% from 4,718 in January to 6,293 as of December 23rd. Plutus V2 scripts offering enhanced capabilities witnessed a staggering 230% increase, jumping from 2,421 in May to a current total of 8,009. Combined, Cardano now boasts a total of 14,302 smart contracts. This growth aligns with Cardano's ongoing network development efforts. The recent December 15th upgrade led to smaller and more efficient scripts, further attracting developers. Since the beginning of December, ADA has jumped from 38 cents all the way to a peak of 67, and 2024 could be a great comeback year for Cardano. That's it for your Altcoin Buzz News update. I'm your host, Cody Buffington. Thanks for watching.